Hi, everyone. Welcome to your Tuesday reading. I'm recording this on Monday afternoon, and I hope you all are well. So let's get into the vibe, because that's where I like to start. And it's also just kind of fun time, relaxing, easy, fun time. And hi, my name's Holly, energy reader, so psychic medium, and I like using cards to facilitate general readings, and this is a general reading. So, and as a jumping off point. So, when I asked Spirit for the energy and the vibe for Tuesday for this reading, then for the majority of the collective, it can't, again, it's a general reading, even this part, but this I think applies to more people than not. I kept fluctuating back and forth. I kept getting this sense of hearts and love and compassion and all those wonderful qualities. But then I was drawn very strongly, and I just recently used this one, my peace mug, Peace, not Piece, but my peace mug with the lovely green, healing green, prosperity green. And when I say prosperity, that is in all possible ways: health, wellness, love, enjoyment, financial, just spirituality, all of the blessings and gifts that come with abundance, right? Okay. So then I started hearing other words because I pushed a little bit. So what about peace? Yeah, we all want peace. Great. What about it? And so what I heard was be still. Same message as yesterday. Notice your surroundings. Notice what you have in your life, who you have in your life. Find moments of gratitude, compassion, love, wellness, all of those things. All of those things together is what brings us peace. It's a very gentle energy. And the energy and what I heard was remain calm. And what I'm hearing right now is don't buy into the hype. So remain calm. That's going to be the key to understanding your next move and your next steps. Okay? So remain calm. Try not to let others trigger you. And this is getting into the reading, I feel like. Try not to let others trigger you into making rash decisions. Every decision you make could potentially change your life in a massive or radical way. So always make sure you are coming from a place of calm and peace, action rather than reaction. And that is where peace is found. Thank you, Spirit. That's lovely. All right. And I really need a drink of this right now. Also, if you find yourself being a little forgetful or disjointed or just kind of drifting off, and there's no underlying medical conditions or reasons for it, I kind of feel like that's part of this week too, is just stop and listen. And because I'm asking, so why is this coming up? And they are reminding me to remind everybody out there, listen to the voice of Spirit. Here's the example. I spent probably 25 minutes looking for my keys today. Yeah. And I am very regimented with certain things, and my keys always go in the same spot every single time. No variation. But yesterday I was a little in a flurry and a hurry and moving and doing this and that and da-da-da-da-da, just moving about. And this morning I thought, oh my gosh, where are my keys? I couldn't find them. I looked that long, and then I started thinking, I need to reset my or retrace my steps or blah, 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 blah. And I started to panic, right? And then I was reminded of the message, listen to the voice of Spirit, tune into the energy, So I came into my space where I do, and there's only so many places I could look, you know? I mean, it's not like it's, there are only so many places I could look, seriously. And so this is important. This is an important part of this for some reason. So I'm going to finish it, even though we're kind of getting into the reading and reading time now. I listened to the voice of spirit. I calmed down. There you go, the calming part. I calmed down and I asked and I said, I really need those keys. I will not feel safe unless I know where my keys are. The key to my car, the key to my home. I will not feel safe unless I know where they are. Please help me to understand where they are. And I came into this little space where I do my readings, and I got very quiet and very calm. And I took a deep breath, and instead of in a flurry of activity, rushing about and reacting, I asked Spirit to help. And then I got a flash, an image. And I'm like, oh yeah, I do remember doing that. And then I got another flash and an image to go to a specific spot. And there they were, in the most bizarre place ever. So, and I remember putting them there now. So, you know, but it's one of those things that it's important, and it's going to be really important. And I'm hearing for someone in the community, for someone's wellness, to stop, take a breath, give yourself that moment of calm and centeredness, and then ask Spirit for help. And then it's up to you to decide whether that's the message that you want to act on or not. But just please always act rather than react. Okay? All right. Thank you. And it's your life and they're your decisions, so you can do whatever you want to do. But that's just my suggestion. All right. Now, which cards are we moving toward? These. All right. So this is the Rebecca Campbell artwork by Katie Louise. It's Katie-Louise, so I don't know. The Healing Waters Oracle. Okay, so Healing Waters Oracle is what we're using. Let's see what the message is for the collective. What is the message? What is the primary message for the collective for today? What is the primary message for the collective today? All that is, Mother, Father, God, come into this space, come into this reading. Help me to understand what it is that I need to know. And there's a spirit that's been lingering around me for a little while today. All right. They said take the one off the top. I'll get back to that in a minute. Follow the stream. Dedication, trust, future, rivers, and oceans. And I just heard that TLC song. Don't go chasing waterfalls. Stick to the rivers and the streams that you're used to. Yeah. That's going to have significance for someone. I don't know what that's about. I'm not going to dig into that. I feel like it's very personal. Oh, okay. This ties back into what I was getting ready to say about a spirit that's been hanging around for a little while today. Okay, so that song, the time period of the song, when it was out, was that the 90s or early 2000s? I don't even remember now. It's been a long time. I think it was the 90s. This person is connected to this. Well, we're not going to have a regular reading. This is someone who took their own life, his or her own life. This person, I'm hearing the word boisterous, excitable, may have seemed like the life of the party at the time, but really was hiding a very deep depression. Well, come on, let's just get you over. I don't want to dig into this as a how-to. Let's just move you on. I was wondering when this was going to come up. I kept asking, do you want to do this? And they said, no, someone out there someone will connect to this and understand what it's about and who it's for. I'm also getting a sense of queasiness. So there's something about the stomach area that could have been not how they passed necessarily, but that could have been related. They were in chronic pain. They had constant pain in this area, in the abdominal area. Constant nausea. I do feel like there were drugs involved, and that might have been part of it. That could have been some of the nausea. This was either a younger male. I don't think, it doesn't feel like a female. I feel like a female is with him, helping him across. But I do feel like this is someone who, all right, let's just do it. Open the gateway, please. Thank you for being here and helping him across. Thank you so much. I don't know if you all heard that. That was my stomach just making a noise just now. Yeah, there was a lot of... It's a male. I know the female who's helping him across. That's part of your work now, really? Okay. This was not a very big man. He was young and he was slight of build, I think. Yeah. He is looking at and addressing the friend of mine who's passed over, and she's helping him across. All I'm doing is helping to facilitate. There they go. There they go. Yeah, I'll stay with him for a little bit. Thank you. I think his family turned his back on him in this lifetime. That's why he ended up using and just in a bad situation. One bad situation after the next. He was sick. He wasn't going to be around long. And he knew that. Deep down in his heart and soul, he knew that. Thank you. Okay. Thank you. All right. All right. All right. And it's finished. All right. Thank you. So I'm asking Spirit now, why? Why couldn't we do that before? Why was it so important that happened as part of this recording? Someone knew him. Someone knew him, and they've wondered all these years about him. The person who knew him, they've been in a similar situation. They've cleaned up. They got out of the life, in quotation marks. So I think there may have been some, they sold themselves to either fuel the habit or have a place to stay, or they don't want to get into that too much. If that might have been the person in the maybe not, it could be someone in the community that you know. However, what I can tell you is that there is someone who is in the living world right now who knows this person, or who knew this person. And of course, he had two names that he went by. One was the given name, and one was we'll call it a stage name. But since I didn't talk to him directly, and I'm not really getting that information, I don't want to push. I don't want to do anything that could tether or pull him back in. If someone recently was diagnosed with a heart murmur, or some kind of irregular heartbeat, or clogged artery, or maybe even a mild heart attack, nothing that would take you out. I feel like the message I'm getting from the other side related to him is that it was important that he cross over now so that he could come back and help you to continue the work of keeping on track. So this person very much loved you so much. Oh my gosh, so much love there. That's why I almost picked up the mug with the big heart on it with love on it. And that's why the message is of peace. That's why all these messages revolving around emotion. There was so much love. And right now there's so much gratitude for whomever it is that knew that person, keeping him in your heart and remembering him in a positive way. He will be back and make contact with you. And when it is your time, he will, in his glorious, beautiful, sparkly form, he will be the first one to greet you and help you across when it's time for you to go, which is not quite yet, but that is in the back of your mind if he would be there, and he will. Gorgeous, just gorgeous human being, inside and out. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. Woo! All right, got to remember to breathe now. Breathe, breathe. Okay, I'm going to get a drink and then we'll get some cards and we'll see about another reading because this will be totally unrelated. I also feel like there's someone who may be in hospice or hospice care who is related to all of this. It could be someone connected to the young person who left, or the person who knows the person. I feel like it's a female. It could be even a relative, or it might be a sister. I feel like it could be a sister that's still alive that regrets the way the family treated him. Well, anyway. Okay. All right. All is well with him. The remaining people who are in the living will find peace, and they may not even understand why, but they will find peace now. Okay, let's use the Pulp Tarot. Let's get some direct messages from Spirit. Okay. Now, let's get some direct messages from Spirit about Mother, Father, God, Spirit, Guides, and Guardians. All that is right and holy come into this space. Help us to understand what the messages are for the collective. And this is going to be completely unrelated, I believe. There is still the dominant message for the collective about always err on the side of caution for love, for compassion, for kindness, for generosity. You never know what someone might be going through. Okay. Okay, and yeah. Not at all. All right. Just a little conversation going on here in my head with a Spirit. Okay. So, that part was not, okay, needed to remain private. Okay. Yay! Reading for part of the collective, because it's a general reading. What is the message for the collective? What is this new reading in the last 10 minutes here? What is the reading for the collective for Tuesday? And this one, I don't know what it is, but it was sticking out weird and talking to me, saying, pick me up, pick me up. So I did. One of them flew out, face up. I feel like we got one more coming. What is it? We got one more card coming. Look at the bottom. Okay. All right. All right, so the first one, the Tower. Look at that. Dun, dun, dun. Tower. All right. And then we had the Knight of Cups. That's the one that flipped out face up. Where are you? And then I almost heard, the wherefore art thou, Romeo kind of thing. And it's little, I probably got that wrong. I don't remember a long time. I feel like and I'm hearing the words unrequited love. Again, we're going back to the theme of love, but this one is unrequited. All right, so we have a tower moment, unrequited love with the king of, or not the king, the knight of cups, and then we go to the queen of cups. Okay, and she's just she's got that Cheshire cat kind of thing going on, kicked up in her chair, cozy warm drink. Speaking of which, I need a drink. Man, I'm shaky. I'm really shaky. I wasn't when I started. Okay. Take over, Spirit. I'm hearing someone is giving up. Someone is giving up the fight. Someone feels broken, and someone feels like they have given everything they could give. Someone is walking away because they don't sense the person that they were connected to, that they never let them know they were connected to them, and they feel them drifting further and further and further away. And the way this is coming out, this person is looking right at the Queen. Okay? Now, the Queen of Cups was the last card that I was directed to pull. So if this is your reading, and the number 16 is critically important, and I don't know why, add it together, it's a 7. Again, that's a mystical number. But the Tower is card number 16. And for some reason, that card is really important. I feel like it's a date. So the 16th is important. That is the day someone says, I can't do this any longer, and it stops. The controversy, the antagonism, everything stops. And no one else may be aware of it, but within that person's heart, they stop trying to manipulate and pull strings. Because this Queen is looking elsewhere. This Queen is completely taken with a different situation. So it's this Knight of Cups who's having the Tower moment. And I do feel like the 16th is important as a time frame, a date, when that Knight of Cups says, I will never reach status of a King of Cups. And she's already a queen. So no wonder. That could never happen. Okay, they want me to, because I'm asking, so what now? Well, let me just get a general message. So, from the middle of the deck. Okay. Yeah. All right. The Devil card. Huh. All right. And interestingly, this is card 15. Yeah. So this person, this goes along with the Tower, the Knight of Cups, and this is they have a dark night of the soul. They have to do a lot because this Queen of Cups is kind of over here and untouchable and feels very far away. So this Knight of Cups moves from a Tower issue and having their come to Jesus moment. You know what I'm saying about that? Hope. They've got to get real with themselves and their own life. And that's when they have the dark night of the soul, which is the devil. What happens to them? You want me to do it the regular way now? Yeah, okay. Dark night of the soul. So what happens to that Knight of Cups? what happens to them? They become a better person. They become a more enlightened person. They become a more, what else? Okay. Nine of Pentacles. Huh. They start to value themselves. But what I'm hearing is that they start to value themselves by saying, well, she wasn't all that anyway. More of a reaction than an action, which has been all over today's reading in every aspect of it. But at least this person is coming out of the dark night of the soul. So what happens after they go to the extreme opposite? They're learning, they're becoming better. The Five of Swords. They start to wall up and disappear within themselves. This person's got some work to do, and it's not very good. Okay, thank you. They have to do that. They have to, once they go through the dark night of the soul, and then they come out with this grandiose arrogance of, well, no one's going to hurt me like that again, and blah, 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 blah. But then something pops that big balloon and brings them down to earth. So they scoop up what little bit of fragments they have left of their self-esteem and who they think they are, and they guard themselves with clenched fists, because that's what it feels like. And so when I asked, so what happens to them? Do they just disappear into that negative world of hurt and anger, or do they ever come out of it a better person? Because there were signs they were starting to come out of it and be a more well-rounded person. And the card that I was drawn to, the Sun. So yes, they do. They do. What happens? They finally become a king. King of Pentacles. So that person finally becomes a king. They finally find what makes them happy. They finally find their place in the sun. They finally are ready for a mature, wonderful relationship. Is it with the Queen of Cups? Depends on where the Queen of Cups is. But this reading, I feel like, was for that Knight of Cups who became a King of Pentacles. Okay. So that Knight of Cups, when they're in that Knight of Cups status, in between that and becoming the King of Pentacles and in the Sun, that person's going to feel like they are, and it feels like a missed opportunity. It feels like that's why they're grieving. It feels like a card of grief over a missed opportunity. It feels like they are walking the gauntlet, or they are with shoes off walking over hot coals. And you're just kind of like, oh gosh, hurry up and make it across. You're rooting for them. You want them to be well. So if this is someone that if it's you or whomever or whatever, there is light at the end of the tunnel, but do the work. And there can be peace and happiness found. A King of Pentacles is a very grounded, stable, and steady individual. I fully believe the next stop would be Emperor. Yeah. So, let me get a little drinky poo. Do we need to ask about the Queen? No, they're saying no. She's fine. Yeah. So, and if you need to reverse genders, if you need to change the gender, That's fine. It's about the energy and the attributes of that particular card. I know what I need to do here. Let me put these up. I know what I need to do. Let's look at this one for a final message for the collective for Tuesday. What a strange reading today. It's been all over the place. Certain currents that are running through it, though. The Beyond Lemuria Oracle deck. Let's get a card from that with a message for the collective. All right, to round this out, give me a message today. They want me to take this one right off the top. Okay. Okay, my hands are, there we go. And we need to cover her up just a tad. Okay. Journey to wholeness. Okay. I'm going to show you the back of the card so that if you want to pause this, you can read it. Okay. Journey to wholeness. This feels like the journey of that Knight of Cups. Love from a sense of wholeness. And again, the theme of love. We may have concepts of others that are not really who they are due to subconscious projections or ideals. We could have the idea that we will feel better about ourselves when we achieve a goal or status. And we talked about that yesterday. This takes us out of the present and puts conditions on love. That's a reaction, not an action. Hold the vision that you and others are already perfect. Thus, we can heal through the transformative power of acceptance. My stomach is really growling loudly now. Acknowledge the full spectrum and bring any fractured parts back to the present moment. Here, we are whole and empowered to step into the brightest version of ourselves. Okay, when we bring any fractured parts back to the present, back to ourselves, that's an energy retrieval. So if you need to do an energy retrieval, just remember in the community page on the home page of this channel, there is a 6-minute video embedded in it, somewhere down in the comments, where I walk everyone through the process that I have done for decades for what I call an energy retrieval and filling in the holes in our etheric field. Okay, bringing back the pieces and parts of ourselves. It's called a lot of different things in different traditions, but I always just saw it as if you were Swiss cheese and you had holes in you, this is calling all the pieces and parts of ourselves back. And I always like to try to do it outside if possible. We can't always do that, but if so, the wind generally picks up around you when you do it. And that's in there. All right. All right, everyone, I'm sending you love and gratitude. Please check your subscription. Things just are so fickle sometimes. They drop off, and if people leave, that's okay. If you're not subscribed and you think about it, please do so, or like the video, whatever works for you. If you don't, and you don't want to, that's fine too. But be well, take care, enjoy your day, be kind. Be gentle with others, but with yourself. And I am sending you so much gratitude. Thank you so much for being here. And we will do this again tomorrow. All right. Bye, everybody. Oh, and no little baby today. I got little Miss Aggie on a chair over here. But my other little ginger girl, she's taking a nap. All right. We'll talk later. Bye-bye.